are now joined by Patrice Evra, former Manchester United defender, to discuss his advocacy for mental health and children's rights, his growing profile as a serial investor, and of course, his football career. Welcome, Patrice. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Patrice, welcome, as they say in French, enchanté. I think that we're all excited.
That's perfect.
Yeah. You know, to be sitting in the presence of a living legend. You've done very well. But you are in Nigeria for a purpose. Can you tell us about your trip to Nigeria? And now you have been having fun around Nigeria. I saw you at Oshodi Underbridge. And I know that it's not just Oshodi Underbridge. Nigerians are very hospitable people. Just tell us about your visit.
No, exactly. I think, first of all, I want to come back at the African continent. I went to Senegal, we went to Ivory Coast, and now Nigeria. And it's just, I feel overwhelmed because I feel home. We know each other, but he was like on the screen, on the TV, playing football or doing my video. But I want to give back the love to all the Nigerian people. They always support me. So to meet them and to go to play, chess under that bridge, because I'm a real person, and you need to be in contact with those people, because I want to change the image of Africa about just poverty. No, Africa is a lot of talent, lot of creativity. So it's the future. It's the richest continent in the world. So this is all my fight. And of course, about the mental health, the equality, gender, also to ending the violence against children. But I'm really surprised. As soon as I landed at the airport, the officer, oh, nice they were with me. So I feel blessed and grateful, and this is just the beginning. I will definitely come back in Nigeria.
Oh, good to hear. Fantastic. Oh, yeah. So what draws you to those particular causes? I'm going to start with mental health, which is really it's quite under-discussed in the black community generally, and especially by a man. Why are you drawn to that cause? Let's start there.
Because I think I had a gift to play football, and I had fun. But I think as a human being, I can give more to people. And mental health for me is, like you say, is a difficult subject. For example, for a black person, even talking about love is difficult. And I get rid of all that toxic masculinity. For example, my dad, crying is a weakness. But that's what I want to change, all of that, because we are all human beings, no matter our culture, no matter where we come from. So I say to this world, born as a black person is already a disadvantage. Growing in the street like I did, it's not like we're trying to play gangster. It's about surviving. And being sexually abused at the age of 13 like I have is a trauma. But all of that, it doesn't matter. I always never give up. And that's why I want to inspire the next generation, because they only see the end of the project. They don't know it's a long process, it's a long journey. I always say it's easy to reach the top of the pyramid, but to stay at the top, that's when you need a lot of sacrifice. So that's why, because it concerned me, I'm not talking about things I don't know, because I experienced them. I went to Maribel, that foundation of the girl and the boys being raped, and to give my support, to tell to those kids, you're not alone. I did my book. Even my own mom said, Patrice, you shouldn't put this in your book. I said, no, mom, because it's not for me. It's for the other people. Mm-hmm. So that's why I just want to make the world a better place, and give the credit the African continent deserves. So I am on mission, and it's just the beginning, and I feel blessed, grateful, and I'm having a lot of fun.
And now I can relate to those happy Instagram videos. I mean, why you want to be happy every time, playing those pranks. It comes from a place of the fact that you've gone through some level of pain. And one thing pain searches all of us for is identity. So for you, it's double layer, the fact that you were abused, and also the fact that you had to fight a lot being a black man in Paris, growing up. I mean, how was that experience like? And when you even see what is happening, what happened when France won the World Cup in 2018, and some people, said the black people were not French enough and all of that.
But of course, I think, You have to understand, and that's why I say to all the footballers to pick carefully their national team. I born in Senegal. I could play for Senegal or France. I speak with my parents, but because I grew up in France, and my choice was natural to play for France, because you just think about, you know, playing with the big player or whatever, but actually it's really politic. Like you say, when you win with France, you're a French player. When you lose, suddenly you get your Senegal passport. So that's why when you make your decision, you have to be really careful on all of that. And like you say, I was begging money in front of shop when I was 13 years old. I get sexually abused in Europe, not in Africa. So that's why I'm talking to those kids when they think the dream is like traveling in Europe or traveling in America. Is here. We got so much potential. So now then I retire and I can give my time to other people. This is my fight, to go to make sure we change things. Education is the key for so many different levels.
C'est possible.
You're a good French.
Everybody's their friend.
Aaron?
All right, Patrice, yes, Doctor, I can actually hear you. I'm in Abuja here, and it's good to have you in the Lagos studio, Patrice. I would like to talk about racism because this one draws home to you. Let's actually cast our mind back to the 2011-2012 season in the in the Premier League, where you said you were racially abused by Luis Suarez. He got an 8-match ban, £40,000 fine. Two questions. Have you and Luis Suarez squashed your beef after the game? Because you've retired right now. Have you met to speak about that particular incident? We know he spoke about it in his book, talking about Luis Suarez in his biography. But talk to us about that incident. And also, has racism changed? Are things better right now than they were during your time when you experienced racism in football? Or do you think it's getting worse?
I'm going to answer to your first question. Luis Suarez, we play again in a Champions League final when I was playing with Juventus, and I shook his hand. I was talking with Neymar, but he never apologized. But I'm someone, I don't have hate in my heart, and I don't know Luis Suarez enough to call him as a racist person. But when we went in court, I say he used racially abuse. So I don't have any hate. Of course, I will never go on holiday with Luis Suarez. This is for sure. And your second question, the racism in football is getting worse and worse and worse. It's a lot of, of program that say no to racism and all of that. But I'm saying let's stop to pretend we want to fight against the racism, because you can do something. I will give you an example about the Super League, that when they want the owner to play only between like the richest club and big club, and everyone, they were like fighting, this is gonna destroy the history of the football. The fans were protesting, all the pundit and all of that. So I was looking, I was like, wow, I'm impressed. Everyone is together to fighting for the same cause. But after I asked one question, I said, why we don't have the same energy to fight against the racism? And the question is because you don't touch the pockets of people. And then when you don't touch the pocket of people, people don't care. And that's the truth. I started playing when I was 17 in Italy. People were throwing banana on me, making the monkey nose every time I've got the ball. But I was like playing even much better. But not everyone get the same character, the same personality. So that's why I say we need to stop that. Like even on social media, leaving like people on the abusing online in their platform. Don't tell me they can't do anything, because when it's about COVID, suddenly you receive a flag or something. So that's why I just say, let's stop pretending. I support all the cause they want to fight against the racism, but no, it's getting worse and worse. Every weekend in Premier League, a player get abused. But we need to get strong. Me, for example, I received one day from some Messi fan, because they think I hate Messi, but I love Messi. It's just Cristiano Ronaldo is my friend. And I post something, I say Ronaldo is better than Messi. And I receive a lot of monkey emoji or banana. And I'm answer, I love banana. And don't say a monkey. A monkey is too soft. Just put the emoji of gorilla. So it's a way. It's also a way to answer all of that.
Okay, I like that. Okay, but I mean, pardon my ignorance. Why do they call you bus stop? Evra bus stop in Oshodi under bridge. And then, okay, you had this experience with those kids under the bridge of Oshodi, whatever, you know. So how did that go? I mean, what did you take out of that?
No, but that's why I feel lucky. I feel blessed. It's amazing. Like spending time with them. I'm sorry, it's more important than winning the Champions League. And calling me Evra bus stop, it came from where, like they say, when an opponent was coming to me, this was his last station. It's the bus stop. So it's like he can't go. He's all the ball, all the player, but he couldn't be both. So that's why the Evra bus stop came. And they were even surprised, like I know about it. And they even like, people give me a new name, Emeka. Oh. So I said, right? So, like I say, I feel home. It was such a nice moment with them. Some people don't go over there, it's dangerous. I'm like, I'm from the street. This for me is the real people. That's where I come from, and I feel safe. And it's so many genius. Those kids, they can play chess and beat even some world champion. Yeah. And that's the things I want to promote to people. And also I tell them, I say, I want one of you to become maybe the president of Nigeria. Yes. Because at school, when I was at school, my French teacher was, you know, you have to say what you want to become later. And people were saying lawyer, doctor, a lot of good job. And I say footballer player. And everyone was laughing. The teacher, my classmate, she was getting even more further. She was like, in 300 kids, they're going to pick one kid. Do you think it's going to be you? And I say, yes. And everyone was laughing. Right now, I don't want to take a revenge against that teacher. I just don't want her to say the same things to other kids. That's why when I see kids and I say, if you want to become the president of the universe, even if it doesn't exist, go for it. Make the sacrifice for it. You know, when people tell you you can't, that's when they want to project their own failure on you. And you can do anything. And I am a living example.
You certainly are, and you certainly got the last laugh there. So you referred to your memoirs, I Love This Game, and you talked about the various football clubs that you played with and your brush with the mafia. But I want to talk about Man U and you working with the legendary Sir Alex Ferguson. What was that like? And what do you think was that particular alchemy that made Man U the formidable force that it was under Sir Ferguson, and what needs to happen now that there's no hairdryer treatment? I mean, what needs to happen with Man U?
No, but like you say, I think, first of all, I say to all the Man United fans, people are laughing now because we heard them for so many years. So let's take it. But like I said, the history never dies. To talk about my relationship with Sir Alex Ferguson is really close. It's like a dad figure. And I always say, I never been scared of Sir Alex Ferguson, of his hairdryer, whatever, because he's a scary person. And he make even like some player cry. I never been scared of him, but I was scared to disappoint him. So that's the difference, that's the respect. We speak at least three, 4 times per month. He's a really important person. And of course, when you lose a manager like himself, United will struggle, and it will be difficult to replace him. But now the young generation, they play more for the fame, for the money, instead of the passion. In our time, we were playing for the fan. When we were celebrating, we were going to the fan. And I respect the new generation, but when they score, they do those dance and everything. But the fans, they don't feel connected. And that's the things. Manchester, the city is a work city, industrial people, humble. So now, because the club has become more as a business club than winning trophy, that's why I'm not surprised. But also, I don't blame the player they are here, because people, they like to attack a lot the captain or other players, but they don't have any example in the dressing room. And that's what is missing. For playing for Manchester United, it's not about talent. It's more about character, about personality. You need to know the history of the club. Me, when I was traveling and I see Sir Bobby Charlton on the plane, he's part of the Munich crash, and he lose half of the team during that crash, and he was still traveling with us. He was giving me goosebumps. When you wear that shirt, you wear like the history. You carry the history of the club. But unfortunately, now people come to Manchester United just because of the money.
So 2 things I'd like to ask you. Number 1, so are you going to be collaborating with local NGOs? Is there sort of like a Patrice Foundation for inspiration, for people and the likes? When are you going to come next to Nigeria? Because we need to get a lot of work on the ground. And secondly, I would like to get your reactions based on what happened to Kurt Zouma recently, the cat incident. I know you'd like to talk about that.
I like to talk about every subject. I love taboo. Yeah. So you want to talk about Kurt first?
Yeah, Kurt Zouma first.
I think what I condemn in his action, you know, I think you should never be violent with kids, with animal. You know, violence is not a solution. But the way the politician and people get involved on it, he get over the limit. And let's be honest and clear, I'm frank, is the color.
So it was racism against Kurt Zouma?
It was. It was in a certain point because it was too much. You know, like I say, I don't apologize, it's gesture against animal, but the way they push it, I'm sorry, if he was a person with a different color, he won't go that far, that extreme. I know Kurt Zouma personally. He affects his family, his wife, his kid. He's such a good human being. The problem is the person who betrayed him is his brother posting that video. But you know, in life, we all make mistakes and we have to forgive. But I feel he get like over. He was a crazy. Even in France, he was all over the news. They asked him he shouldn't be selected again for the French national team. And I know some people have done worse than that, you know. So what about, like I say, some people, they lose their life just because of their color. Silence is a crime. So I don't want to make any comparison, you get me? But when you ask me, I think because of his color, people get even more tougher on him. And the first question...
The first one is about, so let's put a structure to what you want to do. Are you coming with a Patrice Evra Foundation to work with Mirabel and some other foundation here to get this work started? Because there's a lot of work to do.
So I'll be honest with you. I need to go back to Europe and digest all I've seen. I came in Nigeria to meet the people, to see what's happening in the ground, because we never talk about those people because they are behind the scene. You know, I could have go and meet any president. No, first of all, I want to meet the kids. I want to see all those foundations. And of course, I will come back and doing some work. We were already talking with my team. We're going to do something like amplification. So I'm going to go to every foundation and to make sure to put them in light, the support. You know, I have a massive impact around the world, and people need to know we're doing a great job. You know, the African continent is evolving. And that's why, of course, I don't come here just to have fun, just see the kids and making those videos on social media. I come here because I want to learn and to find solution. What can we do to improve the African continent?
Okay. Aaron, are you still there?
Yes, I am still here. And Patrice, I would like to find out from you, because I know that you were actually born in Senegal. Your father is from Guinea and your mother is from Cape Verde. Which African country do you identify with the most? And which team would you be supporting tonight to qualify for the World Cup?
I think it's already answered, you know. At the moment, Nigeria. But like I say, it doesn't matter where we come from. I feel as a human being, and we are all brother and sister. So it's nothing. I just feel as a human being. And I love every country, you know, Cape Verde, Guinea, Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, whatever. Like even about religion. I grew up as a Christian. And now my religion is to be the best human being I can. Because the religion, instead of like, you know, unite people, they divide people. So when you say now, what's your religion? People put you already in the box. So that's why I'm like, now my religion, I can pray with Christian, with Muslim, with Jewish people, with everyone, because I respect every religion. But right now, my religion is to be the best human being I can.
Okay, just before we go, what's your big takeaway from this trip? Because this is in association with WHO. So what are the big takeaways for you on this trip? And are you supporting Nigeria today? I'm finally. Yeah. I'm finally. Let me ask you. There was a story about you going to the boxing ring with some guy. So is that a new career line? You want to go into boxing from soccer?
But like I say, you know, when you're a footballer player, you live in the bubble and you don't know the real world and you can't do anything. So it's not a new career, it's a new experience. I want to experiment everything in life. I want to enjoy whatever. I have so much respect for the sport, and I want to learn about the way they train. It's new. I will feel like a 5 years old when I'm gonna go to that ring, even if I play for Manchester United, Juventus, French national, whatever. So for me, it's just I get to a moment of my life where I live the present. I want to enjoy every single second, because I always say, if you think about the past, you will live with regret. If you think about the future, you will live with anxiety and stress. So right now, I'm focused here in the present, enjoying this morning show. So, and the first question, because I talk so much, what was the first?
No, I was asking, what are the big takeaways for you?
No, the big takeaway, because people have to understand, I come as a personal choice. Then when WHO heard I was coming, so they say, Patrice, we need to show you some program on the ground. So thank you for that. But people, what the takeaway I will take from this trip is so much potential, so much hope. I've got faith. So I've got work to do. I've got work to do as a human being. And I'm glad, like I said before, I'm blessed. I feel blessed and grateful. But those smile, those creativity. So that's why I'm really open to anything when I'm gonna come back in Nigeria. And I want to talk about the jollof.
Jollof rice.
Your favorite.
Can we talk about the jollof rice?
Okay, Senegal jollof, Nigerian jollof, or Ghanaian jollof?
Nigerian.
Your favorite.
Have
you tasted Nigerian jollof?
I taste, but people say I didn't taste the right one. But can I tell you something? People say, Patrice, you have to taste the jollof. I never hit the jollof. And I see, as soon as I say, but this is Senegalese. We call it chebuyap or chebuchen. So this is from us. I know Nigerian people won't agree with me. Even like jollof. The language in Senegal is wolof. Jollof, wolof. So for me, the best jollof or cheb is my mom when she cooked it. So that's.
So you prefer Senegalese jollof?
I prefer my mom jollof. I don't want to get in trouble. I prefer my mom jollof. And to answer to your question about Nigeria and Ghana, I am for both. But the Nigeria, I remember when I was a kid and people were playing video game with, JJ Okocha, Kanu, Yekini. This is me, I'm more like old school. So Nigeria is always the most exciting African team. So that's why the new generation have big responsibility, because we want the Super Eagle to back where they belong. So my peer is from Ghana, but come on, Nigeria.
You want to predict?
I hate prediction. I hate prediction. It was a tough leg, the first leg. So Nigerian playing at home, that's where they need all your support, not to feel the pressure, but all your support, all your love. And I think maybe Nigeria can do something.
Yes, thank you very much, Patrice Evra. Very great to have you, here with us on The Morning Show.